Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome to another design review for Wolfram Language version 13. And we are looking today at sound and vision, except at the beginning it looks like we're all video here. Okay, so let's start it off. So in Notebook Player for video, so what can I see there? How do I look at this? Shadi, can you tell me how do I look at this, please?
Create a video like from example data / fish MP4 or any other ones.
Well, let's do it from this.
And depending on when your build is from, you may or may not be able to actually see the Notebook Player.
Is that really a prototype build that you're running? Oh.
2 days ago.
Okay, so the new player is not the default yet in that build, but if you right-click on the video on that thumbnail you got, you should be getting those two front-end appearances, switch to front-end, switch to front-end minimal, and those names are going to change. Okay, I did expect that. That's a problem we spotted earlier, but it's not fixed in this build you have.
Okay, so should we look at
the idea is that we can have now in 13, or we are wrapping up this development to have an in-notebook player, which is going to be turned on by default. This is
okay. We need to be super careful with this because it's going to be full of dynamics. It's going to be full of all kinds of weird things. It's like if you're playing a video and you've scrolled off screen, does it play even what does the, when the video falls in the forest and nobody's there, what do you conclude? Do you get what I'm saying? I'm sure web browsers, when you're playing a video and you scroll the video off screen, stop playing. Are we doing that too?
Either that or pop them off and show them on the side.
Okay, but I mean, what are we doing with respect to that?
So at the moment, I think it will continue playing. For sure, the audio. I am not sure if the front end is able to tell the packer that is doing the work.
Okay, is the minimal going to work, by the way?
Minimal should be the one that goes to kernel, and it should.
Yep, the minimal should work. No, not the minimal front end, but what you get is going to be equivalent to the minimal that you have in there. It's going to look like that, but it's going to be more efficient.
This?
Yes.
Okay. We have some various controls, right?
So the minimal doesn't have any controls. If you right-click again and switch to the basic appearance, that has some controls. The only one you get here is the play pause. So, yep.
I see. And which one will be the default? Basic?
I personally prefer basic over minimal.
Yeah,
if you support that, we'll do this.
I think so. I think it's a better thing. I think it's, it needs to be clear it's a video. Now, I'm a little worried about performance, and QA needs to test this carefully. If you've got 7 videos running in a notebook, and does it like still scroll, or does it go crazy?
It depends very much on the size of the raster size of the videos.
Okay. Well, we need a scheme that never has it go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So if necessary,
we haven't tested those cases, but yeah, that's a good point. We have to.
And what happens in the cloud?
We should
The cloud has a completely independent player that just relies on the box from HTML that does the whole thing.
If I pick this up and I say, oops, what happened there? Why is this not typing properly? This has some kind of front-end problem. Okay, that's nice.
Yeah,
but
copy should work fine.
But the typing didn't work there. Now, why doesn't resize work?
So if you
That's
resize the
another thing we were
notebook,
debating.
that if you resize the
Yeah, go
notebook,
ahead,
the
Tony.
resize should work. But again, yeah, Shadi was proposing to have a resize hot
No, we should have
corners.
resize on
Yeah.
this. That will be a nice feature to have. Given that we've come so far in sort of front-endifying this, let's go all the way and have a resize on it.
And yeah, which ends? All four ends of that frame you would expect should be resize areas?
I would think so. With
Okay.
this being a floating thing underneath.
Yeah.
Just like it does here. Okay, let's keep going. I want to see, I mean, I'd like to see this once it's really fully up and running. Let's take a look at it another time. And let's make sure that we have some UX and design folk in here. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, video with alpha channel. Okay, that's nice. I mean, is there something unobvious about the way that works? What happens in these things? Yeah, that seems straightforward and good.
It's been requested in previous live streams, actually, by the live stream audience.
Okay.
The things that I think should be definitely straightforward is that any video from out in the wild that has alpha channel, we should be able to support now. Whether we create video with alpha channel, we are staying on the conservative side. It's not really a common thing, and a lot of the codecs fail when we have alpha channel. There are only a few of them that support
listen,
alpha
why doesn't
channel
this
anyway.
work? So I'm picking this thing up, right? I pick this thing up. By the way, I don't even know how to select it. I try to click here and it doesn't copy. That's no good. I can't select this thing.
Yeah, because it's the whole thing is a single GUI that is not.
Oh, yeah, I understand, but it should have.
It's going
to have. It should be clickable so that you can select it, right? And if I do this, okay. So first point is, when I copy paste it, why is it turning into the black frame? Why isn't it?
The position is resetting because it creates a separate instance.
That's wrong. I should clone.
But then, would you want if you play one, the other one should not play, right? They should
That's correct. They should be cloned.
Yeah.
They should be cloned.
But the position should be cloned along. Okay.
Yeah, I think so. And this should work. Image of that at a particular position.
Rasterize would work. But okay, no, you don't want the controls. You want image of that to give you the frame at the given position.
That's what I want.
And if that's playing, if you start playing that, what happens?
It does its best.
So if you right click on
a video,
that's wrong, Carlo, by the way.
What, sorry?
That's wrong as well. Rasterize of that with the basic appearance should give us an image of the basic appearance.
Yeah, but if you want to copy the frame that is displaying, if you right click on the GUI, there should be a menu item that will do that.
Copy image.
So yeah.
Okay, nice. That's very nice. But image of that should just do it. If it's playing.
So the thing that I would argue because you could have that is just image or video of something, right? So that could be an input form. It doesn't necessarily display something.
Say that again.
That GUI, its input form is just video of whatever. It does not, the kernel does not necessarily know what is the frame that is being displayed. Or you could assign a variable to it, right?
But why doesn't it, wait a minute. So, look, I think at least when it's paused, I mean, I would admit that when it's playing, you can just have the black screen, you can just have the first, when it's playing, if you say image of a playing thing, it's fine to just go to the initial one. What does image of a manipulate do?
Fails.
Should probably work.
But I was just looking at manipulate. The whole manipulate is not selectable. What is displayed inside of it is selectable, and you can copy that over.
Okay.
Is that going to be, actually, no. The thing that is selectable, you cannot still copy and paste it elsewhere.
Yes, you can. And manipulate. Yes, you can. Okay, listen, we got the wrong group to discuss this. If we want to discuss this, we need to have a meeting that includes the front end people. Okay?
Yeah. Well,
and we need to do that.
Command C didn't work, but you're right. There is a right-click menu saying copy graphics, and that works.
Well, actually, no, that's not what I was thinking. Look, again, we need the front end team here. Okay, so I've got this. I click that. I press copy. I paste it. It's all good.
Okay, didn't work for me in documentation. Let me check.
Well, I don't know what's happening in documentation. That might be a different bug.
That was didn't work in documentation. You're right. Works outside.
Okay, so you need to report that.
Would that be an acceptable?
Well, so yeah, I would say clicking this to get the image, and then I wouldn't be horrified. Well, we gotta have both a resize. Yeah, it's got to be able to resize as it's playing. So you click it, it's still playing. You press copy, it copies the frame at the time when the frame is at the time you press copy. Am I making sense?
My only concern is that click on the minimal GUI is pausing and replaying. And I'm wondering how that's going to interact with the click that you want to select.
Wrong group.
Okay.
Please get the UX people and get them to actually look at this. Don't try and wing it. Okay?
Okay.
Maybe you can get Christina to try and give you some comments on this. Okay? Yes?
Which Christine?
Bateman.
Okay.
Whose job is analyzing UX behavior. Right?
Okay.
But please don't wing it. We got a whole UX group, right? Let's not ignore them. Make sense?
Yep.
Okay. Improved URL streaming. Ethan is asking if that's the basic look, what does advanced look like? I think we can't show right now because the creature is about to get run over. No, it's just not working right now. Okay, improved URL streaming, is that more of an implementation issue, or is there some functionality change?
Implementation.
Okay, summary video, is that something we discussed before?
No. Oh, maybe we did, but if so, it was just sort of an offhand remark. This is the idea of doing snapshots or summary of a video. Let's say you want to build a trailer of your talk. Yeah, maybe you want to capture the most dramatic moments, and it's very easy user interface to it.
Summary video of %3.
No, you need to say what time points you think are dramatic. What do you want?
But no, I mean, it's not the same thing as video frame list, right? I mean, video frame list.
No. Go look at read RTFM.
It's got the wrong name then.
No, I think video constructors should be ending with video.
No, I agree with that, but I think summary video, this is, okay. By the way,
I think a better name for it, my candidate name for this was snapshot video.
Sounds like a better name to me. Does Docutools work in the new builds, or is it going to crash everything if I try and run it?
I've worked with it recently.
Shall I risk it? Here goes.
I would say yes.
Ah, great. It didn't do that. Okay.
Yeah.
So I don't understand. Is this a version of video frame list?
No, it's not.
Oh, it's a video.
Yes, it's
a video like video frame list.
What? I don't know what you mean by that. No.
Well, I mean, how do I, this video here, this thing here, I can turn into a slideshow video, right?
No.
Well, what do you mean? That's what we made, a slideshow video of %9. Turns that into a slideshow,
Yes.
right? That's what we discussed.
I see.
Okay.
Yes. But those are static.
I know. I got it. Okay, so that's that. Okay, so what this is doing, turns a summary video. So this is something which is like a trailer, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, but why can't I just do, so like video frame list has a syntax for different kinds of things you can specify in the video frame list, right? Well, actually it doesn't, it's just N. What is our thing that has, video extract frames, right? That's the thing that does this with time steps, right?
Yeah, but we don't want frames. We want video segments.
I understand. I'm saying if you wanted to summarize the video, instead of giving a video slideshow, by giving a sequence of video clips, N video clips, right?
Yeah.
So why isn't there, I mean, to me, I don't know whether that's a compelling thing to do.
It is. I've been using it for years.
No. But if you just, like video frame list has 10 equally spaced time points, right?
I mean,
so I'm asking the question,
yes.
if this was equally spaced time points, would it be useful?
Probably not.
Okay, so that's my question. So I'm going to try in this case, right? So this was 1 minute.
I mean, do you mean a zero argument that sort of could be a default?
I mean a one argument thing where that's just a number here.
Yeah, I got
an N, right? So okay, so let me try here. So right
I think
now
that
I have
the
to
keep, you know what we forgot, and this is really important, is to have, the final duration to make, do you want a 30-second summary or do you want a 1 minute summary?
There is a duration default duration option that can influence.
Oh, option.
Okay, well, okay, fine. But so then this, okay, so what I want to do is I want to say table. I mean, this is kind of a pain, and I'm illustrating how much of a pain it is, right? Quantity, T, seconds, right?
No, you don't need to use that. Just use the damn T.
Default is second.
Yeah, we don't need
Okay, all right, okay. So then if I say summary video of that first video here, %3.
But you have to find the T's that you find.
I'm aware of what you're saying. I understand what you're saying. I'm trying to understand. If I just say range T 0, 60, 10, for example, okay, I want to know what this does.
Okay, fine.
That was surprisingly compelling.
Did it really do 10 different things? So 30-second is the default. Okay.
No, 6 different things.
Did it really do
things?
Yes, it did.
Yep.
Yes, it did.
Okay. Well,
it was very compelling.
I agree with you. It was more. Well, this is a very dramatic video. But a lot of things that people shoot with their family outings and other things are not as compelling.
Well, let's do the following. I mean, we've
and I think the same thing is with talks. Most talks are not that compelling all the time.
Right. But I mean, we have got a great example. Let me show you a big example here, which we could test this on.
But I'm not against having a one argument.
No, I understand. But, friendly case of these, right?
Right.
And, this, who knows what this, I mean, to me, well, these ones are not quite as exciting, but they're not terrible. These are not terrible.
So let's get a 1 minute summary.
Yeah, why not? And let's see what happens if I go to full screen. It's not that exciting. But it gives some sense here, and I think the 1-minute summary will be very interesting for these. Let's try some, see what happens. I think it would be particularly relevant. I mean, I don't know that this has been very successful. This is, oh, for God's sake, these summaries are just bonkers. But the word clouds are great. Just a minute. Okay. Well, I'd like to see this running on some other things. And I would like to see, I mean, to me, it's not obvious to me.
Here's an example in chat. This is 4 years ago or something like that. It's from,
this is yours.
Yeah.
Okay. Right now, I mean, this is lovely, Roger, but I'm already marginally bored.
Mm-hmm. But this should be, I think, I can't remember if it's 30 seconds or.
Well, wait a minute. Are you saying this is a video I should try and summarize?
No, this one is a summarization of many hours.
Oh my gosh, of many hours of video.
I think it's like 4 hours or 5 hours.
Okay, but so Roger, this is a good example of where if you just give me, I'm trying to get a texture of what's going on. Mm-hmm. Okay, and so you just give me sort of 5 random spots.
No, that's going to be random. It's not going to be good.
Is that right? Really? I mean, you're going through a wood.
No,
the wood.
No, but this sort of, you want to find when you watch a bunch of these is that you want the compelling things. It's the same thing when you go on a vacation. You want the thing where someone makes a goofy joke or makes like in this writing, if someone makes
I'm not buying it. I think that the problem is, Roger, that I agree with you. If somebody with loving care,
you want the drama, yeah. If there is no drama in your lecture, then fine, do it at random. Probably going to be the same.
Look, I have to say, those video frame lists that we've got from these videos that I've done, hundreds of them now, right? Are surprisingly useful. They give a texture of the video. They're not selling the video like a trailer does, but they give a texture of it, and that's useful. So my question here is, what machine learning capabilities or whatever do we have? I thought we had some ways for finding sort of notable.
That's part of what we talked about for the future. Can we find what's interesting? And we don't know of anything right now.
Yeah, I think we can do that. I kind of want to save that automatic time selection for a future round as well.
But I thought that we had the capability to find, for example, scene changes. Don't we have that right now?
Yes, we can.
Okay,
it's not at top level, but we have examples with video map time series to do that.
Okay, so I mean that seems like a minimal thing to do here.
The one disadvantage that I would bring up is that needs to analyze or most of the frames, so it might take a long time.
Okay, guys, I'm going to give you a reality check. Okay, the thing you're doing here, which is kind of semi-automated, sort of a particular kind of video editing, blah blah blah.
Exactly.
I understand. I don't believe in it. I think that 2 things make sense. I think the fully automated version makes sense, where you're just like, I've got 100 videos. I just want to see, I just want to get some rough summary of all of them, like hundreds of, hours of our live streams. I think that makes perfect sense. Just like our video frameless thing makes sense there and so on. It's good. It's a worthwhile thing. And I think the thing where there is tender loving care and very detailed, either automatically or by hand, like for example, let's say the workflow is this, okay? Let's say my workflow is I wipe across here and I say, wait a minute, that is the frame I want. Boom. That's around just this place. That's what I want. Yeah. Okay, I wipe along again. Like, can I extract the location, the time location? Is there a way to do that? Is there a way to go from this to extract the time step? Like from here, right? So from this,
it was one of the ideas that we had, but not implemented yet. But as we have the right-click menu that copies the image, it would be trivial to just have the position.
Here you should say copy time location or something.
Yep.
Okay, because that to me is another realistic workflow.
I agree.
But I would say that what you would want to do, if we're going to do summarization like this, I mean, I just don't get it. I mean, it's like video editing software, which we are not, right? Allows you to just take the timeline and select an area and say, okay, that's what I want. Select another area, that's what I want. I can see people doing that. I can also see people just saying, I want to press the idiot button, so to speak, the easy button. And I want to just make just like this is a pretty reasonable summary of this video. Is it perfect? No. But these things and the video frame lists that we're using for the live streams are surprisingly compelling. Can I explain why? Not really, but they give a texture of what's going on. And what I think we should be doing is, we should be using whatever heuristics we can. Sandra is mentioning sound intensity changes. That's another cue. But I mean, I just don't believe in this. I think that this is why aren't you just using video trim? You map for this particular operation, which I do not believe in. You can map video trim against a bunch of duration pairs, right?
Yes, but that's also going to be tedious. This is going to be easier. How about
how tedious is it? Wait. How tedious is it? You just went to huge effort to find the special places where Roger jumped his whatever that weird vehicle. What is that vehicle anyway? It's a mountain bike or something. It's a mountain. What is that thing? It's a motorbike.
Yeah, it's called a dirt bike.
A dirt bike. I'm sorry, Roger. I knew that. Okay. The moment when Roger jumps his dirt bike over a river or something. Okay. And so my point is, you've with careful care, you found that at 2 hours, 15 minutes, and 12 seconds, Roger jumps his dirt bike. Okay,
I mean,
it took you a lot of effort to find that time.
No, yes and no. But if you experience it yourself, you might know what you think might be interesting, right? Like if you gave the talk, you might know what is interesting, or maybe you don't.
I don't know. I mean, I just gave a long talk this morning. I don't know what would I thought there was some interesting things but God knows where they are in the talk and so on. I mean, it's a lot of work to go find that.
So how about something like in the second argument, we say uniform sampling as the method instead of T1, T2, comma, the number of samples we think we want to graph, and still expect that the user would provide us that, but not do anything by default one arg form.
Okay. The one argument form I don't care about. The one argument form I think is over whatever. I mean, maybe okay. We may find that there is a useful one argument form. I do not know. Okay. Mm-hmm. That's a question of, can we make the machine learning work? I just am not familiar with it. I as I say, video frame lists are surprisingly compelling.
We fully expected to get interesting one or symbolic forms. I mean, there can be different notions of interestingness. There can be string values there in the second argument.
Okay, well, fine. But then the question is, what I think is the case.
But I really do think that this is the most important case that you don't believe in.
I don't believe in it. I mean, I don't understand. Why isn't it?
I don't believe in yours.
What's that? Look,
I don't believe in your
video
idea.
trim of it's a bunch of pairs, right? It's a bunch of intervals.
No.
Why isn't it? What's
because you want to give the total. If you want the 30-second summary and I have 4, they can be different length than if you have 5 things to get in there.
Okay. All right. This does not feel well cooked to me.
Why not?
It just.
But these string objectives that you're proposing, what I'm saying is that uniform sampling is the string method that we provide in that second argument, potentially with the number of samples we take from the video. So it's going to be either uniform as a single string or a list of uniform, 5, and then we go figure it out.
Or Shadi, maybe even forego the string, because it is unambiguous to have a integer as a second argument.
Just say 5.
And that gets interpreted as uniformly sampled. And we can have both usages, the one that's uniformly sampled and the one that is implemented currently, where the user has to specify which times he thinks.
And how does that relate to video frame list? Is that how video frame list works as well?
Yeah. It would be the equivalent of video frame list.
Yeah. And then there can be another string that's called random, for instance.
Yep.
Sure.
Or value of the method option. Yeah.
Okay, what was your suggestion for a slightly less ambitious name, Roger?
Snapshot video. Because you get a bunch of snapshots, basically.
Except that snapshot suggests a static object.
Yeah, I agree with you a little bit. But you
snippet
think
video.
Oh yeah, maybe snippet. Yeah, actually, that's a better name.
But what is isn't there a name for a short piece of video? What is that called?
Well, snippet is such a thing, right? I mean, I was thinking of snapshot as also denoting video, but I really think it's more commonly found.
Well, why don't we call it snippets, plural video, snippets video?
Yeah, not a
video
bad name.
Made of snippets.
Not a bad name.
All right. Okay, and I think with an N there, if that's how video frame list works, which I mean, I have to say, when I use video frame list, pretty much 100% of the time, I'm using it with its N argument, which I really like. I find it really useful. Well, that's all it does. Video frame list, that's all it does.
That's all it does. It does have a method option, which is uniform or random.
But it's very dumb right now. So,
yeah.
But with the
but if we introduce a second, not the method level, but if we introduced a second argument with string, that could be uniform, N, which is what it does, or random, N.
But why aren't we just taking the case? Why aren't we allowing video frame list to take a T sub I second, a list of T sub I?
They could be generalized in the same sense.
Well, then it really does exactly the same thing as.
No, it doesn't. This is a video frame list. It makes a list of video frames.
No, Carlo is saying that's going to be the same as, video extract frames.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's look at that. But there was a different default. Video extract frames has another, at time T.
And that could be a list of times as well.
Right, but this is why I think there's a bit of a, so here's my question.
Well, maybe this one isn't needed then. Maybe it's just video frame list and we can get rid of this one.
Which one? Video extract
frames.
No. We specifically put this in.
Yeah, they serve two slightly different purposes. One is the automated extraction, and this one is the one where the user has to think about what he's doing.
Okay, listen, I think it would be, I think we originally had something where it was either a number N or the list of times, and I think that's yucky. particularly if we allow the times not to be with units. You see what I'm saying?
Yes. The difference is that in the previous one, we allowed a single time in the frame extracting one, and that was ambiguous for them. With the snippets video, the times need to be in the list. But I see your point.
Yeah, I know, but it's kind of yucky.
Someone came up with a name, clips, video extract clips. I really think that we should have things ending in video that construct video.
Yeah, I kind of think so too. I think video extract clips would be a list of
Yes,
videos, a list of video clips, which would also be potentially a useful function.
Yeah.
But that is
Video
just
trim currently does that.
Well, it does it for one
or multiple intervals, but doesn't do it around specified times.
Right. Somebody on the Howling on the live stream suggests video extract clips. It's a good name. I mean, I think clips is a good thing like frames. I like that idea, but I'm not quite sure how to use it. I mean, instead of, clips was the word I was looking for when I said snippets. And maybe we should call it clips video.
Sounds a little bit
more awkward than.
Yeah, I was just going to say that. A little bit more awkward.
Listen, let's go on a bit. I think we need to come back to this because we need to come back for the UX stuff anyway. And as you know, I have to finish here in not too long, so I just want to get some sense of what else there is.
Sure,
here.
sure.
Graphics tour video. That sounds exciting. Oh, for goodness sake, don't make me have to give the frigging points. That's the thing which is interesting, is being able to do this without giving the points, right? Right. I mean, that's, but even if you just do the most basic thing.
We think that we've done a lot of simplification for sort of video construction. You want it even simpler.
I do. That's what will make people actually use it.
Yeah.
Right? So this is, I mean, this is what we have to do. I mean, even if all you do.
Well, this is not for graphics 3D. That's coming, but that's not it.
Okay. What is it? What is it?
Graphics is for graphics. It's not for graphics 3D.
Okay.
Again, I don't think in your build this is going to work, but okay.
What does it do?
stick with that.
Look at an example.
When you provide it, there is no example, Roger, in the recipe. Yeah,
okay.
I know.
Well, then we're not ready.
Then we're not ready. Yeah.
Okay.
However,
I think this can't be theoretically reviewed.
Yeah, it just travels over your graphics from the points that are specified. Goes from point 1 to point 2.
I get it. It's a nice idea with a certain size of sort of window or something. Is that correct?
Yes.
We automatically compute the size if it's not provided, but there is the more elaborate specification that can provide size, and
so
it allows you to zoom in on things.
Yeah, I get it. It's a nice idea. I mean, I think that right.
So it's kind of a way to do, a video highlight of something.
No, I agree. What about graphics? What about the 3D case, which seems to me to be the most interesting?
Right, but it will be, but it requires, we are just beyond scope of what we could.
By the way, there was a summer school project that was pretty nice this year, which had to do with optimal rotations of 3D objects. Finding the interesting, finding the places, finding the angle that's a good angle to show a 3D object at.
Okay.
And I think that might be relevant to that. That was the static case of this, which, by the way, we could consider for a, viewpoint arrow automatic or something.
I think it has, it probably should be string interesting or something, but it's
fine,
because I think it has value of being able to compare things.
I agree with you. So I don't know whether what we have right now is probably set to automatic, but yes, I agree. It's yes, I think it's we should look at that. It's a worthwhile thing here.
No, it is.
Ethan is asking for machine learning with video. It is coming. What is do we have it? Do we have things to say about that yet?
Yes.
You can use videos as
there are.
inputs.
Oh, look at this,
for-
net encoder. What do you know?
That was there before as well. The net encoder wasn't, it was already a useful net encoder in 12.3. Design is changing there slightly. What's exciting is that there are a good number of networks classifiers converted and are going to be available in the net repository. We're going to be using one of those as a feature extractor, and it's going to be a reasonable extractor, as that description says.
Mm-hmm. So that means
So
one will be able
like-
to do machine learning with videos, basically. That's the bottom
Yes.
line.
We already are, but it's a bit dumb. Hopefully we'll be better.
Okay, that's cool. Okay, Marco is suggesting on live stream actually a very interesting idea. An option to extract slides from a video of a presentation. That's an interesting idea. In other words, somebody has shown a random presenter tools, PowerPoint, whatever thing, and all you've seen is that. And can you make a frame list of the slides? Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yep.
It's a good idea.
Is that
That sounds like a cool function, repository function.
Well, but it's also something which should be the default action of one of these snippets video things. No, not snippet video. It could be a version of video frame list.
It sounds like slideshow video.
No, Roger. It's the inverse of slideshow video. Do you understand the inverse?
I know, but I'm just saying slideshow video sounds like it would take a slideshow.
No, but it's returning a video because it has the word video at the end.
I know. It sounds
video
like it takes a slideshow notebook and produces a video.
Look, what it's doing is it's producing a list of frames. So what it really is.
No, I understand. Yes.
It's a video frame list with a second argument type thing.
That's really, I think, the same as the scene change.
It is, right. I know, but it's a very good use case for scene change.
Yeah.
And it's one where very clean use case for scene change. Because
I
it's
think
really
we
going to be
do that, Carlos. Even for 13, I think we could do a string. If you agree, we can move up that method option to the argument and add this scene change to it as well.
Right, but what I'm saying is video frame list, right, could have that argument. Instead of saying video frame list 12 or something, you could say video frame list quotes scene changes or something.
Exactly.
Okay,
exactly.
Great. I love it. Right, and maybe there's a second thing where scene changes and then 10 or something, which is a maximum. I don't know. Okay, I just want to get some sense of what's happening here. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff here.
It usually takes us a few of these before we get through it.
Future is future. You don't need to. Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me, this is going to be another at least 2 solid hours.
I know. Do you want to do it in 1 hour at a time, or do you want to schedule a 2-hour thing?
I think if we can get the right people in there, I'm happy to do a 2-hour thing, but I don't care. It doesn't matter. They can be done in 1 hour blocks or as a single 2-hour thing. But let's please make sure the right people are on call, and let's not, we need UX and design for this. Ethan is pointing us to export rotating GIF in the function repository, which is that's interesting. Right. I mean, that's exactly the kind of thing we're looking at is what does this involve? I don't know how this works, but that's exactly the kind of thing we're looking for. Yeah,
that's the that would be the graphics 3D tour video kind of thing.
Obviously. I mean, I would assume that there's also an image tour that we could do too.
Yeah, that's what we started with. The graphics tour was an image tour, and that became
that is implemented as
actually.
Well.
Yeah. The idea is that graphics tour could take image or graphics.
I don't know why you don't
it
like
didn't
take
sound
graphics
right
3D. I mean, it's kind of obvious to. Why don't you just have what is the right thing? It's kind of a spatial tour. It's kind of a
fly through type thing.
Bob is saying we'd like to take this live stream, extract the notebooks, and run them.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's a good vision. I mean, it's not impossible. We've got OCR. We've got things are high enough resolution. There's no reason one can't find the notebook window. And that's an interesting thing. Whether it's possible to find. I mean, that's another thing I could imagine wanting to extract is from screen captures, extract windows. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I don't think we have that yet as an image processing operation, but it seems like an interesting one to have.
Right.
Well, there's a lot of interesting stuff here. I think we need to continue another time. And yeah.
Fine. We'll start scheduling them. And
sounds good. I look forward to it. This will be fun. Overview. Okay, good stuff. Very nice work. Okay. See you all soon.
Okay.
Thanks on the live stream. Bye.